Hi, no, good afternoon. Okay. Why slow? Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Actually, I'm trying to start the recording, but it's loading here. I'm not sure why. Okay, so yeah, recording. So hi, good afternoon. So let's proceed with our solve for today, week 6 already. We have two agenda. Okay, first is we're going to proceed with our practical lesson. We have two part for practical. Okay, you may refer from our practical list here. And then we are going to do the presentation of your prototype of your mobile application. Okay, so for your assignment, for your assignment for the prototype, because if you see from this, let me share my screen first. Okay, this one is your assignment spec. Okay, so this one is what we are going to do today. Second agenda. Okay, prototype presentation. Create a prototype of your app and present it to your tutor. Prepare a presentation. Slide should not more than 10 slide. Your presentation should include this item. Okay, basically this one is only like what you want to develop. Okay, I don't expect to see a application on or even a framework of your application. What I expect is, I think all of you already show me like part of the prototype for your mobile application. So I think by right, no problem for you to deliver this. Okay, so here too, after the presentation, submit your presentation slide soft copy through this Google Classroom. Okay, so I already actually I've created a link, sorry, it's not a link. I've created a submission, but I only assigned to 4 students here in the Google Classroom. Who I assigned? Lim, Daniel, Ian, and Sue. So only these 4 students will upload the assignment. So the due date, the prototype, I mean. So the due date of your report for today part will be on 25, which is tomorrow, Friday, right? Friday, 11:59 p.m. Okay, so submit whatever you present today, the slide, and then all of this that needed in your, sorry, all of this that needed in your report. I call it as a report. Okay, so where's my book? So, okay, I think for prototype presentation, actually I do have the concern because you need to proceed with the practical and the presentation. Okay, but after I think we should go with the presentation first, because once we do with the practical, you need to run your you need to run your Android Studio. So for some machine, once you already run your Android Studio, right, your machine will be slow. So the presentation will be the first part of our class today, and then the practical part will be the second. So for presentation of the prototype, before I pick one group, is there any group wants to uh, volunteer to present? Let me go first. Nathan Iswa, Nathan, I mean, who's your group? Nathan, Jeremiah, and who is it? In my group, go second. Nathan, Wong, Jeremiah, first group. Daniel, second group. sure. Then Nathan, Daniel will be the second group. Sorry, miss, our group not really ready yet. Lim is who? Lim is the MyD application, is it? So then, wait, this group I called first. So first is Nathan, second is Daniel, third is Ian group. Yeah, Hotai. Sure. So we will go with Nathan group first. Oh, by the way, I want to remind you for this assignment, I mean the whole part of this assignment, okay? There will be a part where your team member will evaluate you. That means you evaluate each other. So if you don't want your friend to give you low mark for your participation in the assignment, please contribute. Because actually, I have one assignment group, my student, there's one free rider in the group, not from this class, from my other class. So the student report to me, so got 0 mark. Okay, so I hope this class, because you guys are degree student, everyone should involve with the assignment. Okay, so first group, Nathan, you want to share your screen? Nathan is presentation mobile. Presentation mobile. And actually, you can refer to the attachment, the appendix B, assignment evaluation form. Okay, how am I going to evaluate your mark? So if you see on part B here, under the member tab, you may check this in Google Classroom. We have this one, quality of solution and presentation and the teamwork. So you have mark for this, 10 mark for each of this, so 20% of your overall mark. Yeah, you may start, Nathan.
Uh, Good morning, Miss, and everyone. Today, my group consists of Wong, Nathan, and myself. We're going to present our prototype presentation. So, our title of our application is My Plantation, which is a plantation mobile system, which built for plantation mobile system. And to introduce the My Plantation is actually is developed for Hapseng Plantations, which is one of the largest producer of palm oil in Sabah. And this application is targeted for the employees of Hapseng Plantation to get additional information about fire hazard monitoring, black bunch count, and fleet monitoring. And this application is to allow employees to receive information, important announcement more conveniently, so they can get like notifications of what's happening during the plantation period. So, and this application has the access for the employees to edit their profile, meaning that they have the options to change or update their account information. Like, for example, it can be their name, password, email, country, state, and also the date of birth. And so for this application, before being developed, there are a few problems that Hubseng have encountered, which is scattered information, where the company does not have a particular place for their employees to view plantation information, like for example, it'll be like the fleet monitoring system, fire hazard monitoring system, and the black bunch count. So they don't have like a convenient way to view all those information, and it is scattering around the at their desktop, so it can be very messy. And secondly, the company feels that there should be a more efficient and faster way for their employees to receive information announcement. So maybe because they are running manually, they are using email to send announcement, which can be very sometimes they would not receive, or they may not receive notification, and sometimes they may receive as like a spam, so sometimes they don't check what is the announcement. And lastly is inconvenient for employees to monitor the plantation status since they can only view them on their desktop client. And like for example, those plantation status they need to view at like those Microsoft Excel, which can be sometimes out to date, and they would not know the latest update of what's going on the status of the plantation. Next, I'll pass the time to Nathan to explain the solutions.
So I'm going to present a solution which we are going to implement according to the problems. Firstly, we are going to implement a notification function into my plantation. This function will alert the employees when they receive any announcement. Secondly, we are going to implement an announcement module where employees can look at the announcement that has been sent to them by the management. Thirdly, we are going to implement information modules so that employees can look at the information they need easily and which are all in one place. So for example, fire hazard monitoring, black bunch count, and fleet monitoring. So next for the navigation structure chart. So upon opening my plantation, we will see a login page. You can either go into the sign up page or the home page. After logging in, we will be brought to the home page. In the home page, we have the option to go into the fire hazard monitoring page, black bunch count, fleet monitoring, announcement, and feedback. From the homepage, we can also access my account page. In this page, employees can edit their profile, configure their setting, or log out. So I will pass it to Wong.
For the screen design, it includes login page, registration page, next one home page, a feedback page that allows the workers to provide feedback in case any errors happen to the application, and then an announcement page. Next, it also has three information pages, which lets the workers to get more information regarding about the fire hazard monitoring, black bunch count, as well as fleet monitoring. Other than that, it also has my account page, which includes an edit profile function, a module, settings, as well as the workers can log out the application, log out their account. And that is it from our group.
So I have a question to this group. So in which module that you're going to implement the use of the DB or the interaction between the application and the user?
In registration, registration, edit profile, and feedback.
So three module, right? Registration, profile, and feedback. Is it
Registration, edit profile, feedback. Yeah.
feedback? So three module. So once the user already key in the information, the user can get back or retrieve all the information that they key in.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So from other student, is there any question to this group?
No.
If no, then thank you to Nathan, Jeremiah, and Wong. Okay, thank you. So next group is group
Okay.
Daniel.
Thanks, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
Student, I think I need 1 minute. I need to get a new pen. Give me a moment, 1 minute. Hi, sorry. So we may continue with Daniel Group. This one is Egmont.
So good morning to everyone. And
Wait, everyone
Miss
say good
Mashike.
morning.
Sorry. Good evening to everyone and Miss Mashike. Today, my group consists of me, Daniel Tan Sunyap, Shakong Ket, Kevin Shak, and Noel. We will present our app for my OKU Info Center. So this is our icon for our app. So the agenda for this slide for our presentation will be the introduction, problem and solution, navigation structure, chart, screen design, and conclusion. So let's just begin.
So I present the first agenda, which is the introduction. So what is the purpose of this mobile application? So the first purpose is to it is a centralized service platform that provide the information to the public, and second, it serve as a platform to educate the public about disabilities and keep them connected. So I hand over to Kelvin.
Okay. I'll be presenting the problem and solution. Next slide. For the problems we are looking to solve, the first is there is no existing application for OKU information. Users don't have a complete list of donation website and OKU facilities. And users don't have access to information about guides, FAQ, and benefits regarding OKU. And the last problem is there's no centralized system that displays news regarding OKU. And for our solution for this is to create an app that provides a complete list of donation websites and OKU facilities for users to access, and provide information about guides, FAQ, and benefits regarding OKU, and also provide news feed for users to read on the app. So now Kong Ken Shah will present the next part.
Okay, for the third agenda is the navigation structure chart. We use hierarchical to present our navigation structure chart. So my OKU is the main page that connect all the sub page, which is the profile, settings, FAQ, sign in, benefit, donation, guide, facility. For the profile page is for manage account for user to edit and reset the password. For the setting page, it got the notification for user to on or off, and about us and for user to sign in also. For the FAQ is to let everybody to ask question in the apps regarding the OKU info, or and also can the user also can reply those messages that display in uh, the the apps. So the next is the sign in page. Sign in page got the sign out page. If the user don't have any accounts, they can sign out their info for for them to use the apps. So the next is the benefit. The benefit is display the information of the benefit of the OKU cards for them to register if what kind of benefit they have. And the next is the guide. The guide is display or can search the information of the disease in the disease inside got the what the symptoms they are, and the last sub page is a facility is display and search the information for the whole Malaysia facility for OKU for ask for help. Next.
So I will present the screen design. So this is our home screen design for our app itself. Our app itself inspired from Grab application and MySejahtera. So this is our feature that we will put in our app itself: the donation, guide, AFQ, benefits, facility, and setting. So this is the news that will pop out, pop out for people can click it and view the news each of the news. And this is the guide for the feature For this is the one of the example ADHD. So we will put the facts, the link itself, and the general features. What is ADHD? So our app is also we put it the burger layout. So people will the user can press it, and it will go to the shift to the left itself, and it will pop out the each disability type for them to choose. So if they want to don't want to scroll down to search one by one, they have the option to search one example one disabled disease that they want to know what is it. So the second is the setting. The setting itself, we will have the notification. Turn on the notification if they want. Is for the mainly that I just show is the news itself. So if they want to turn on the notification, they will they will pop out the latest news for them to see itself. For about us, it was told what about the app itself, and the sign out is giving the user to sign out for personally to sign out. So this is our profile. For user, they will when they press the profile icon, it will go to the profile, and they have the option to edit, and they can edit all of it, including the disability type, OKU number, register, address, phone number, including their password if they wanted to, and they have the option to cancel, or they can, or they want to change, make some changes. They have the option to save. And to more convenient, we provided the top up back button, so they have the option to go back to the home screen if they accidentally press the wrong page. So the facility is the same as the guide itself. It will pop up. One example is Johor. We will present is Johor. So it will pop out each one by one of the facility itself. Well, facility address and phone number according to nearby area, or they're in their state, internal state. It's also the same as the guided itself. It will consist of 13 states in Malaysia. If the user lazy to scroll down, they have the option to search. They can type any state, and they will pop up the country that they really want. For donation, it will pop out the donation one by one of the donation organization. So they can make some donation to the organization, but we only provide them link only, and we let the user to choose one of the organization for them to choose. We did not have our donation, because we are just an app for public use to provide them information about OKU. So this is a FAQ. To our FAQ itself, for any question for them to know what happened, what they want to do, if the general question for them to know. For benefit, this is the benefit page. So it will consist as what the benefit of OKU, what the advantage and disadvantage of it for them, and also they can, if they're interested, they can press the URL to go to the page itself to register the disability, the OKU card. So this is our sign in and sign up page. So before them, when they want to sign in, it will pop up a message bar for them is for specifically for person people who have disability only. Proceed, yes or no. But it also can be for user that the family member that they want to help. So they can press yes, and they can sign in. This is the sign in page. The sign in page, if they want to log in first. If they don't, they can use their Facebook and Google to log in. to log in the app itself. If they don't have any account, they have the option to sign up, and they will go to the sign up page, sign up activity, and they can create their own account, or they can create their account using Facebook and Google. So our conclusion for our slide will be our My OKU Info Center is an application, mobile application, provide information to public to let them know, provide them about the guidance, the facility, and the OKU card and latest news about OKU, and also serve as a platform to educate the public about disability and keep them connected. And that's all for my group presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for your presentation. This one is the ECMO Studio. Okay, so I have few questions actually. For the introduction here, my comment is I think you have a clear understanding on your application. Okay, introduction is good. And then can you go to your problem page? I mean problem slide. Yeah, so here problems, right? For the first problem here, no, point number one, no existing application for OKU. I think, in my opinion, I suggest you to remove this first point because no existing application for OKU. Actually, we have a few application already for OKU, and I think this one is minor for you to put it here. So I suggest for you in your report, final report, or even in this slide you want to submit, right? Remove this one, no existing application for OKU, because I believe there's already application for OKU.
Noted.
Yeah, if you stick with this problem for point number one, I will screenshot a few application for OKU for you to see. Okay, so I suggest for you to remove this one. This one is minor. It's okay. And then for navigation structure chart, clear navigation structure chart. So can you go to the facility module? Yeah, this one, this facility, right? You have few stats here, or you have all the stats in Malaysia here. So how do you how you plan to develop this patch? Is it hard code or you store the information in the DB? Because just now
we only store the inside in the DB only because it just listed every facility location only in their state.
okay.
If they each state, which is like, for example, Kuala Lumpur will be show the Kuala Lumpur facility. Sabah facility, Sabah facility. It will show the facility. That's all.
So that means this is not hard code lah. I mean, this is not hard code. You have it in your DB. You're going to apply DB.
Technically,
if you can search, right? Okay. That's good. And then I have one more comment. This is we already learned in class. Your menu here, you plan to make it on right side, the menu on the step just now. The facility patch. Yeah, this one. You want to keep it on the right side?
Yeah, because I don't want to make it a conflict with the top right button if they press accidental pressing to avoid accidental pressing. If they all sudden they want to enter the layer, if they accidentally press the top right button, it will cause the user frustration, and they will can cause them frustration.
Okay, good. And then
that's why we put it on the right.
Okay, accepted. So your profile too, I believe you're going to use the DB there, right? The user can retrieve all the information that they key in during the registration.
Yes.
Okay. And then I've seen in this slide you have link, right?
Yes.
You include link. That one is a broken link or a working link?
Working link or working link.
Okay. Is this the group that last time there's one group mentioned that they want to include the video into the, I think it's Kelvin Check. Kelvin Check is it in this group?
Yeah. Can we share in this
Kelvin
one?
Check. So yeah, so do you plan to include the video or just the link here? Because last time you mentioned about video, right? I just want to know if you want to include the video or link. If link, as long as it is working link, not broken link, it's fine.
In the guide there could add links to YouTube videos. Is there a
So-
problem with it?
No, I just want to confirm with you. You're going to use the link instead of the video. So link, right?
Is there a difference?
Ada. I mean, yes, got. If the link, that means it's going to lead to another application. For example, you're going to link this page into the other application. If a video, you directly put the video inside this one. But if you want to include a link, should be okay, as long as it is working, not broken link. If broken link, then I will deduct your mark. Broken, that means the link is not going anywhere. So here you're going to use link, right?
We are going to use link. Much more easier to do.
Yes, I agree with you on that. Okay, so I think that's all question from me. You can embed YouTube video. Yes, you can park the YouTube video inside. But if you want to use link also can. So any question from other student? If no, then we are going to proceed to the next group. So thank you, Daniel, Shak, and Noel.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, next group is Ian's group, Rachel and Wang Zisheng.
All right. Okay. Maybe begin, Miss. Okay. So, very good afternoon to Miss Nashikin and everyone. So today, our group consisting of myself, Ian, Russell, and Solomon, will be presenting our prototype for our upcoming system for this mobile application assignment. So without further ado, let's begin. So our title of application will be Hotai's Mobile Warehouse Management System. We will present more details on the system and prototypes later on, but allow me to introduce our target company first. So our target company is Hotai. Hotai is a company that provides various electronic manufacturing solutions and services, and is also one of the leading companies in the EMS industry in Malaysia today. The company has vast experience and expertise in integrating innovative automation solutions to their clients. So although Hotai is a very successful company, they do have some problem in their warehouse. So currently in the warehouse, they are using a paper-based approach for tracking and recording the inventory. So which means for everything they have to write down on paper, which is quite inconvenience. And other than that, they also have station-based to access the inventory operation. So which means whenever they want to record something about the inventory, they have to go to a designated station inside the warehouse to do that. And the last problem that they face is it is very tedious when they want to check the inventory, stock in and stock out transaction history. Because whenever they want to check it, they also have to go to the designated station and search for it. So in order to solve this problem, we propose a solution, which is a mobile warehouse management system for Hotai. So this mobile app will solve all the problems mentioned just now. And it also comes with few advantage for the warehouse. So first is it will eliminate the paper usage for the warehouse, which will also improve the data integrity. And other than that, it also improve the warehousing efficiency, because instead of writing everything down, they can use the barcode function inside the app to just scan and track the stock. And lastly is that since it is a mobile app, so it will be very convenient because it can be accessed from everywhere within the warehouse.
So this is our navigation structure chart for our mobile app. We will begin at the top of the hierarchy. There's a login screen. So upon opening the app, the first screen you'll be greeted is the login screen. After logging in, you have the options to go to the check-in, which is to check in the inventory, check out to for inventory to check out. You can check the history of the transaction of the check-in, check-out, or the transactions, and then you can check the inventory, which are like each products. From there, from the history, you can update or delete the transactions, which will in turn update the stock. Or at the inventory, you can view each product details, where you can then check each individual inventory's transaction history, which at which also allows you to update and delete them. So as you can see, these are the screen design prototypes. On the left, you can see the login screen. You can input your employee ID and the password. You can remember the login, so you can click on remember me, so you don't need to log in every time on the same device. Then you have the check-in page, which is the very first page you'll normally be greeted with. Then the check-in page is when you want to check in inventory, meaning you add to the stock. So you can enter the product ID, or you can click on the QR button to scan the QR code on the product to automatically input the product ID, and then you select the quantity, and it will show you the information before you check in. This is similar on the checkout page. But instead checkout is to take out inventory. Next page. Okay, so next is the history page. As you can see, you can search for a transaction history. You can search by the product name or the product ID, or you can use a QR code to automatically input the product ID. And there are search filters, so you can filter to see check-in transactions or checkout transactions only, or both. And you can set a filter to see transactions that occurred today, within the past week, or the past month, or so on. So as you can see, there's like a list or recycler view of all the transactions. And then the next page is the inventory page. Now the inventory page will show all the inventory. There'll be like a list view, or you can switch to a grid view. You can search by the product ID or the product name, or use the QR code again. And you can filter it by you can sort it by the product name, or the product ID, also on all the stock. And then as you can see, for each product, you can see the name, the ID, and the stock. So the stock will change their text color depending on how much stock is left. So if there's enough stock, it'll be green. If it's near empty stock, it'll be like yellow orange. And then if it's zero, meaning out of stock, it'll be red. So from the history, or from the history page, you can go to the transaction update and delete page, which is where once you click on a transaction, like a check-in transaction, you can update that transaction's quantity, or you can delete the transaction. Okay. And on the last one, the product details, is when you click on a product in the inventory page, you see the product details. You show the product name, its picture, the ID, stock, and everything. And you also show the transaction, the history of transactions for that particular product. And from that list, the scrollable list, you can click on the transaction and update it on the page on the left.
All right. So in conclusion, our Hotai's mobile warehouse management system has these five separate functionalities that has been tackled by Russell that are provided to users to fully manage Hotai's inventory effectively. Our system will surely help Hotai to number one, eliminate paper usage. Number two, improve their warehousing efficiency and providing convenience and accessibility to their inventory operations. So that is all from our group. Thank you.
So thank you for your presentation. So for this group, I have few questions and few comments as well. First, on the introduction, I think your group did present a good introduction, especially on the background of your company and the industry. And then every problem you already tackle with every solution. So mention every solution for every problem. Can you go to the navigation chart? Navigation chart. Yeah, this one. Sorry, navigation structure chart. I want to ask you from the second level, which is the check-in, check-out, history, inventory. Yeah. So from check-in, you can go to check-out, is it? And then from check-out, you can go back to check-in page.
Yes. There's a bottom navigation bar, and then there's the check-in, check-out, the history, and the inventory page.
Oh, that's mean from this page, they can go to this view, check-in, check-out, history, inventory. Okay, understood. Okay. And then this application 2, I think this is the only group that have this remember me function, right? You have this remember me function just now in your screenshot. Yeah. So I think that's good. And then I have a question. So just now you mentioned about QR, right?
Yes.
So QR code, is it you mean in
Yes.
this? So that means you are going to use the camera?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. And then the history part, history. Yeah. So this one is you're going to retrieve all the process that done by that one session or by that one account. I mean, for one particular
Um,
session or for one user.
for the whole for the entire session,
Only for one session.
meaning like everyone.
Yeah. No, this history
The,
here should be by one
um,
user or
it's not the current user's history. It's the for the whole system
Basically,
for
it's
the
like
of
a
transaction.
transaction log. It's like a log. Yeah.
whole system. So you mean for the whole application, is it?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I'm just curious. I'm not shooting, I'm curious. How you're going to retrieve the history for this one if you say this one is for the whole system?
We can include a checkbox so it only shows the transactions that were done by the current user.
Or it's like a filter function?
Yeah.
I think for this one, right, this is only my suggestion because honestly, I don't really understand this part. This is only my suggestion. For history, right, because I'm thinking this one you need to connect with the DB. Correct me if I'm wrong. You need to connect
Yes.
with the DB. So for DB, right, when we want to call the data, we can either call all data. For example, you want to say that you want to call the data for one whole system. You can do so. That means you know what table or what data you want to call. Or you can make it this way, like what Wong mentioned just now. You said you can make like a checkbox. That means you have this filter. So you can only see the history by one user or one session maybe.
Yeah, we can add a checkbox for that.
Yeah, you understand, right? I mean, you can add the filter function. Yeah, that one is only suggestion. However, this is good that you have this part. And then what is the icon here? I'm just curious. On the top left, next to here, Hotai WMS. Yeah. What is that icon for?
Oh, that is to. Oh, we didn't screenshot this. There's a there's a side panel to change password and log out.
Hold on, miss. Can show you in a while. Okay. So, it's this part. So when the user clicks this icon, the person icon, then it will show this.
So it's for user, right? I mean,
Yeah.
user function.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I want to ask, let's say I'm currently in this page, the history and transaction just now. Is there any icon I can go or I can click so that I can go back to the main menu, main page? Oh, this function.
Which one?
I
From
mean,
where?
from this page, for example, inventory or history here, which button I can click so that I can go back to the main menu?
There is no main menu.
Oh, so you
We start with check-in.
check-in, check-out, history, inventory. Oh, so you don't have like one landing page?
No,
The default one is check-in
check-in.
when
Yeah.
after login. Yeah.
Oh, okay, understood. Okay. Okay, so module 5. Okay, I think that's all question from me. And then you have a good conclusion too for your presentation. Yeah. So I think that's all question from me. Is there any other question from other student?
No.
So if no, thank you, Ian, Wang, and Rachel. Thank you
Okay.
for your
Thank you, miss.
presentation. It's a good presentation, by the way. So here you can end the YouTube video. Lim, right? Sorry, miss, our group is not really ready. Lim, Ivan, and Salim, right? What's it? What's it? Ah, sorry, miss, will be quick. No. I don't want to push you because actually for this presentation too, I evaluate, even for the previous presentation just now, I already evaluate. If you haven't, I don't want you to present something that you do in rush because you need to present. Let me check first. What's the report? Yeah. Oh, might be application. So your group, you think you can present now or you want to present in the next week 7? Because I already start week 6 or week 7. So if you want to present now, I will accept, and week 7 too. Um, I think right while waiting for them, I think we should have 10-minute break, and then after the 10-minute break, I expect to hear the decision by this group. Okay, if you want to proceed to next, if you want to postpone to week 7, I will accept. Okay, it's okay. I will accept for week 7 because I already stepped to week 6 and week 7, 2 weeks for presentation. If you think you are not ready yet to present after rest, yeah, okay. So we will have around 10-minute break and we will continue around 6 p.m. Okay, thank you. Hi everyone. So let's continue with our class. Please raise your hand if you are here. Thank you for your response. Okay, so I think for the presentation, correct me if I'm wrong, to Ivan's group, you decided to make it next week, right, for your presentation? Is it? Because as I already informed to, presentation week 6 and week 7, and then one of you messaged me. Yeah, so your presentation will be next week on week 7. Okay, but I hope during because the other group already present, so they can start with the development of the application. So I hope your group Hello. You guys can hear me? Can you guys hear me? I think I was disconnected.
Yeah.
So hi everyone. I think now you can hear me, right? Sorry, I have problem with my connection, so I won't turn on my camera now. So I hope you can hear me. So just now, actually, before I was disconnected, I'm talking about the presentation. The presentation is done except for group Ivan. So for this group, you may present next week because I've already informed in the group as well. Presentation will be in week 6 and week 7. So the conclusions for today presentation for please the class. What does this mean by please the class? I mean, please inform the class just now. Inform. Yeah, that one. Okay, so conclusion to your presentation today for the three group. I think all of you did well. So you have effort actually, and then you have the fundamental on what you are going to develop, because the purpose of this first phase, which is the prototype here, is for actually so that the tutor, your lecturer, can see what's the process or what's the progress. So we know that you are on something, you're doing something, you're on track. Like I said, I didn't expect to see your mobile application yet. Okay, basically all of the group did well. So for any comment, any suggestion, okay, I did give some comment and some suggestion. So if you think that that's good for your mobile application, so you might apply it. Okay, so for the Ivan's group, I will, okay, the presentation will be Ivan left. For the Lim group, the presentation will be next week. Okay, don't worry. So we should proceed with our practical. Okay, so practical. So for practical, actually, we have 2 points for today, which is this one, material design, dimensions and colors. This one is basically like the UI. And then second one is create a fragment. Fragment here is like it's like a process. Sorry, the UI, the reusable part or the reusable component of your UI is like reusing. Okay, so this one, yeah, it's under UI. So this one is what we are going to do today. Okay, so like as usual, you might go to this link and then click this link. Stop presenting. Oh, this one is the second one, the fragment, the reusable. The first one is this one. The first link, actually. Yes. PHP. I think I have problem with my internet connection. Actually, you may go and click the first link under under lecture 4 here, the UI 2.2. The first one is 10.2, material design, dimensions, and the color. And then the second one is 3.1, create a fragment. Yeah, this one. Okay, this one is the first link here. So Okay. Under the UI, like I said, Android fundamentals, material design, dimensions, and color. Okay, so this one, the introduction to material design. Okay, basically this one is related to the UI. Okay, so we have few components. Okay, you may read this. Okay, so what you should already know, how to create apps with activities, fragment, and navigate between the fragments passing data, interaction between few patch, yeah, few patch, few activities, and then using views and view groups to lay out UI, in particular recycler view, and then this architecture model or component, which is view model, with the recommended architecture to create a well-structured and efficient app. And then data binding. Data binding is what we did last week on last practical, coroutine, and how to handle click event function. And then how to connect to the internet and fetch data locally using RoomDB. This one we haven't touched. And then how to set view attributes and how to extract resources onto the use resources from XML resources file, and how to use style and theme to customize the look of your apps. I remember this part too, but I don't remember in which practical. Okay, so this is what you're going to learn today. How to apply material design principle to the UI your app, how to material components to make your app beautiful, how to extract and use dimensions, how to create and use custom and material color scheme for your app's UI. Basically, this is still under the UI. So obviously, this one is more on the makeup of your apps. Okay, so the GDC Finder, this one is what the link last week, if you remember our practical, the one that I said you need to rename the file because the file is too long. Okay, on everything you've learned so far in this course. So use app. The app uses constraint layout to lay out 3 screens. Two of the screens are just layout files that you use to explore color and text on Android. Okay, the use of color and text only. And then the third screen is a GDC Finder. Okay, Google Developer Group, GDG Finder. So communicate developer that focus on Google technology, and basically this one is the technology developed by Google for Android. Okay. Okay, so this one is the example. You may see this one. So this one is the screenshot below how your app will change from beginning to the end of this code lab. This practical two in this, there, I remember there's a link. Okay, so the first one is to add a floating action button FIB. So if you remember last week, last practical, okay, by right, if you did last practical, you should have this layout, this UI. Okay, so FIB floating action button, this one, okay, that represent a primary action. Okay, so this one is the example, the button, this one, at the bottom right here. Large button that represent a primary action, which the main thing a user should do on the screen. So the floating action button above all other content as shown in the screenshot on the left below. This one. So when the user taps on the FAB, they are taken into a list GDG as shown on the right. So from this one, they're going to lead into this patch. Okay, so step 1, add a FAB to the home fragment layout. So this one, there's two methods. First, you can directly download this file, or you can continue from the previous code, previous code. This one I'm going to show, oh, it's on my laptop. Wait, this one I'm going to show you actually how to get this one from the link. Oh, I opened this one in my other laptop. Wait. Wait, I'll give him a moment. Okay, so this one is the link. Okay, Android Kotlin fundamentals. You can see, right? Android Kotlin fundamentals apps, and then you can download the whole file actually by, wait, how did I download the file? Wait, forgot already how I did. Give me a moment. Actually, I already download. Then master. Where is this? There should be one green button on the top left there. Here actually. Hashtag. Yeah, this one, the green one here. Code, and then you download the whole file here. Okay, you click on this code, but this one is for those who haven't finished the last practical. And then click on the download zip here. So it will download the whole file here. Same with the next link, the other link as well. Okay, so that's the link. That's the link to the file. Okay, start the app for this code lab. If you did the preceding code lab, you can continue from the final of that code lab. Preceding is the one last week. So in this patch, in this menu, verify that the material library is included. To use material design components, you need to include this library. Make sure you use the latest library version. Okay, material, this one. Make sure you're using the recent library version. And then under this XML patch, this is the path, res, layout, home, fragment, XML. Switch to the text tab again, where you're going to edit. So currently, this one is your step, okay? Layout, use a single scroll view. Okay, so this one is the step. Again, I'm not going to read this for you because you are going to do the practical. So by right, you are going to read this practical, the step. So under this patch, this is step number 4. Okay, you need to change, you need to add, modify this code. Okay, add this coordinator layout, this part around the scroll view under the tag. So replace this one with this one. Okay, this one is you need to do manually. And then step number 6, inside this bottom, below the nested scroll view, add the floating action button. What is the nested scroll view? That means this scroll view is under another scroll view. Okay, so when you run your app, you should see a colored in the top left corner. This one, currently this one is your design. So tap the button, notice the button visually respond. Scroll to the patch, notice the button stays put. Okay, and then style the FFB. That means just now you already created this. Okay, so just now you already created this floating action button. Okay, now you need to style them. You need to, yeah, put some makeup on this button. Okay, you may move the FFB button to the bottom right corner. Currently it's on the top left. Now you need to move to the bottom right corner, like from the previous patch just now, and move to the button, and move the button to the bottom and end of the screen. Okay, this attribute does a view to layout on the top, bottom, start, end, or center of the screen. You can combine position using this vertical bar. Okay, so this one is the layout gravity. Layout gravity is the position where you want to navigate this button. Okay, so this one is the step. So this one is the edit. You may try. Again, this one is, yeah, the size. You may resize. And then use the provide this one icon as the image for the FAB. After you add the code below, you see a chevron inside the FAB. Okay, add this one. So run the apps should look like the screen below this one. Okay, just now, first from this screen, from this screen, right, we create this circle on the top left here, and then we add this button, this icon inside this circle. But this one, you done this after you move, you position this button here, and then add a click listener to the FAB. Click listener to the FAB here is so that when the user click this button, they will respond. On click, on FAB click. So that's mean when the user click on this, they are going to respond. For this button, how they are going to respond is by they are going to take you to the other page. So in the home package, open the provide this one that will look at the navigation live data and functions, which are also shown below. Okay, so this is the step. And then you have this binding function as well from the previous practical. Okay, so if you get this message running on the emulator, make sure you are connected to the internet and have location setting turned on, and then open the Maps app to enable the location service. Okay, so for those like my PC, my laptop, my machine, this one will be very slow. Okay, because you need to have other activity concurrently with your mobile application. So you need to start, here also stated, you may also, you may also have to restart your emulator. This one you need to wait first. You see how's the response of your emulator. Emulator is your mobile in your Android Studio there. Some machine, they will directly reflect, but some machine you need to restart. Even some machine like mine is very slow to respond to this button just now, this one. And then use styling in the world of material design. Okay, so here you're going to use this theme attribute. Okay, you just see this tab, change the style in the material theme. So basically this one is the theme. Okay, so this one is your layout. And then change the toolbar theme, still under the theme. Okay, so basically here you have a few steps. Use the theme overlay, this one. This one, Android background, primary dark. Okay, this one is the theme of this background. So you may read this one. Basically, this one is about the background, the color of this GDC logo. Yeah, this one. And then use the dimension. So this one is also about the background here. So here examine your code under this page. This one is back to the code, and then go to this tab, design tab, and then in the component tree, select this guideline and the guideline. Okay, they should be slightly highlighted in the blueprint. This one. Okay, so notice number 16 on the left, number 26 on the right, indicating the insert start and the end guideline respectively. And then click on this text tab. Okay, so they already defined these two buttons, constraint layout and guideline. Okay, so they have this function added. So next is create dimension. Okay, you may read the step. And then use color. This is where you're going to play with color. If you remember, I always says about RGB. I'm not sure if you already have that class. RGB is the code color. So if you are doing UI, you should be familiar with RGB. You can use this tool to explore color combination of the UI. Okay, here if you can zoom. So here we have code actually. For the red, we have many code. I don't think this one is detailed. For RGB, actually, we have many detailed color. Okay, and then scroll down. You may see this one. This one is just to see the combination of color, if it is suitable or not with the UI. So this one, usually for RGB, this is the code. I don't remember what color is this, but this is the code for RGB. Blue, or maybe this one is blue. Okay, I'm not sure. However, this is the code. And then apply the material color scheme to your app. Okay, this one is the step. You just open and download XML editor for color. Okay, basically this is where you're going to set the color primary dark, and then run the app. Okay, so for this one actually, even though I won't say, but yeah, this one is quite easy actually if you play with the UI. But again, for some change, even for minor change, depends on your laptop. Sometimes it's very slow for the laptop. Even you need to restart to see one minor change. Okay, so basically this one is only the color of this one on the top here. So that one is for practical, the first part. Second practical, we have this one too. You need to download too. You need to download the link too. So, okay, so this one is app overview. Create a fragment. What is fragment? Just now I mentioned fragment is like we use the reuse, the reuse of our UI. So here, this one is our application. The completed app is a game in which the user answer 3 questions about Android coding. If the user answer all the 3 questions correctly, they win the game, can share their result. Okay, so basically this one is the application. Okay, so first this one, explore the starter up project. Okay, so you may go and download this one, the file, and then open the project in Android Studio. Import the file. So basically when you import the file, it doesn't do anything other than display the app name and a blank screen, like an empty project. And then add the fragment, okay? Represent behavior of a portion of user interface, like I said. Fragment is reuse. Here mentioned about portion of the UI. The patch is not working. Okay, so think of fragment as a modular section of an activity. Okay, so you may refer to this. So this is the first step, add a fragment class. Okay, you have a step-by-step instruction here. I will suggest you, if you never do any of the practical, maybe you better do this part. Okay, and then create a binding object. Next is add the new fragment to the main layout file. Okay, so you need to go to this patch again, activity main XML. Okay, so this one is the step. This one is the code. Some of the code here is auto added. So run the app, the fragment has been added to your screen. So just now, we only have, when we download the link, by right, they should only show you this part, the green header here. Okay, so now they already added this part here. Okay, so that's all for this practical session. Actually, right, because this one is like a simple, because my application last time is something like this, learning application with gamification. So actually, this one is like basic. To develop a mobile application with the, I'm talking about the complete one, final product with the DB, is not, this one I will say quite easy up to this level actually. Up to this level, play, it's quite easy. But when you want to develop, especially when you want to add the gamification element, then it is not that hard. That's why I mentioned just now, for anyone that never do the practical, at least you try to do this one. Okay, so basically that's the practical of for today. You guys here read my explanation, or am I talking to myself? Or you already do the practical? Or any question?
Uh,
Uh, okay. So if no question, I think almost sorry. What time is it? 2:42. Okay, I think for now we can dismiss, but I really hope you do your practical. Okay, I think it's impossible for me to check the practical, your practical, but it's your ethics actually to do. I mean, yeah, you need to do the practical. So if no question, or if you have problem with your Android Studio or anything that related to this course, you actually can talk to me. Don't stay there and then you have problem with your application. At the end of this course, you will learn nothing. This one is very important for your mobile application. I will say that quite important. Okay, so if no question, I think we can dismiss the session now. No question, right?
uh,
Yeah, so if no question, we can end the session now. Don't forget to submit your letter to me if you want the online class, at least by Friday, because actually I want to prepare. I'm going back to the campus next week. So I want to know how many students will attend, because now I don't have any official letter from you yet. So please write, no, your parents, not you actually. Please ask your parents to write a letter to me. Okay, so if no question, I think that's all for today. So thank you. Thank you for your presentation and thank you for your attention as well. So thank you and goodbye, everyone.
okay, thank you.